What was your weight? What'd you weigh in at the show?
I weighed in at 250, but that was like
Jesus.
the night before. And then I was like I like continued to dry out into the show day because I did kind of a backload, and I was like 245 and a half, probably 246 as shown on stage.
Yeah. What's your weight like right now?
I was 254 today.
Yeah. So you're like probably not that far off typically anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I like to grow in a leaner state and, things like that. And I implement, if I ever feel like I'm getting a little heavy, I like to do mini cuts. And that's kind of like my down phases from gear and things like that. And I'll try to time those in like busy times of the year and stuff like that. And, lower food for that period, clean things up and kind of do shorter stints both directions. So I never get too far that way. And I just, honestly, I've shifted a lot of that anyway. I just like that approach. Kind of get in, get out, like until it, and not like spend time in the part of the phase that's maybe not super productive.
Yeah.
And
I
pushes, things like that.
couldn't agree more. Like what I actually just had a conversation with like a potential client earlier today about that. And it's like, when you boil down contest or boil down bodybuilding to like its simplest form, it's like, if you're doing it right, prep should be a small calorie surplus. Or I'm sorry, off season is a small calorie surplus. Prep is a small calorie deficit. And at that point, you don't have to have huge fluctuations in your weight. You don't have to suffer the entire way through prep, stuff like that. And you'll actually, I think you grow a lot better, like when you stay a little bit leaner.
You grow infinitely better, and internally you stay in a much better position. You're not flirting with disease states, and your digestion is going well, which hormonally is extremely beneficial. And as soon as those things start to maybe go a little bit the other direction, okay, we just move back that way. And I hear it all the time from clients. It's like 9 out of 10. They're like, this prep, didn't feel like a prep.
Yeah,
Or,
I hear it all the time too, dude. Yes.
I know we're like very cut from the same cloth there, and we're very big on fatigue management and like less is more and just enough pressure and not fucking throw the whole world at the damn thing. Like
Yeah.
it's just not applying pressure. We just need to keep it moving. We don't need to fucking give it just hammer it, right? Which is everybody's like both directions. They're just hammering it. It's like let's just apply a little pressure both ways, and we're always going to feel pretty good. We're going to make great progress. We're going to stay healthy.
Couldn't agree more. Well, dude, and part of this may be the case for you too. I made all the stupid mistakes myself earlier in my bodybuilding career. Like my off seasons, most of the time, I'd get big as shit, fat, like, and not in a necessarily a good way. I've been 295 and I did it on purpose. I wanted to, I was pushing for 300 and that was like the number on the scale I was chasing. And dude, it was not a pretty 295 at all. And then how do you think my next prep went? Like shit, because I had to cardio myself to death, or at least I thought I did. And it was a long prep and it had to be really restrictive in order for me to even just get in shape. And then in doing so, I probably lost some size in the process.
Yeah, and you're limping to the finish line in that case, right?
Exactly.
How are we going to look, when we're a shell of ourselves, right?
Exactly.